Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Mama Jazz Life, and I am here to share some news. I want to make new moms aware of what to do when you're pregnant. So you can make sure you check off your list. Just make your to-do list. Make sure you have everything checked off. If you're a pregnant mom, let's just say we'll just do it for the pregnant moms, and I'll make another video for the new moms after you have the baby. So for our pregnant mamas, make sure that you have insurance. So of course, this is a disclaimer. I am not a doctor, healthcare professional, um, anything of the sort to make you listen to me at all. This is just me sharing my opinion on situations that pretty much has happened to me. So I just want to clear that, make that very clear first and foremost. So for the pregnant moms, if you have insurance, make sure that you go ahead and check and see what your deductible is, because a lot of times the insurance company prefers you to pay your deductible before they pay out. Um, and depending on the plan that you have, they make you, you either have to reach the deductible, things like that. And if you're pregnant, a lot of your doctor's visit, your pregnancy's visit are covered under or in that package for the pregnancy package. So all of that to say, each insurance plan is different. So I would definitely look at the insurance plan that you have, see what you have to pay, which could possibly be the deductible first, and then check the cost to see what is under your birth visits, because they should have it under like hospital stays and things like that. Then I would check my out of pocket max. They normally have it when you like go online, or you can call and inquire on what is my out of pocket max, because once you reach your out of pocket max, everything else is zeroed out. So you want to either make sure you get to that point. Also, with certain insurances, you can have a secondary insurance. So, for example, if you are in a certain income class, you're eligible for pregnancy Medicaid. You can go ahead and apply for pregnancy Medicaid even though you have a primary insurance. If your primary insurance doesn't pay for the full amount of the hospital visit, the secondary insurance may pick it up, but you will still have to pay the deductible for the primary insurance. So, just from my own personal experience, you will still have to pay that primary deductible, no matter what. Um, Also, with the insurance aspect, um, you just want to make sure, like, if you may have like specialty copays when you have to go to a specialist in reference to certain things, like if you're over the age of 35. So you want to look at your copays so that you'll be made aware of all of these things with your pregnancy. So that's the insurance portion of that. Then you want to make sure that you obtain your FMLA paperwork from your job. So FMLA is just Family Medical Leave Act, which covers your job for 12 weeks. And once they do that, if you have short-term disability or long-term disability, it will run concurrent with everything as a whole. So you want to ensure that you have short-term and long-term disability, because that's how you're pretty much getting paid your salary when you're on leave. What they may do first is exhaust your PTO, and then they'll go ahead and use your short-term disability or your long-term disability. Um, Pretty much what I did. I exhausted all my PTO before I left, because I'm like, I use that for my doctor's visits. I just went ahead and took that time off. Okay, let me use 8 hours here, 8 hours here, 8 hours here. for my doctor's visit, just take that day, doctor's office, go get some rest. Because what you don't want to do is lose your PTO because, I mean, not your PTO. What you don't want to do is lose your the time that you have for the short-term and long-term disability, because it goes off of the way that you have your delivery. So for your delivery, you may get 6 weeks for a vaginal delivery, and you may get 8 weeks for a cesarean. And that's even if you have an emergency cesarean. You don't know if you're going to have a cesarean or not, especially if it is your first pregnancy. So I'm saying all of that to say, if there's a case where you have no clue on like what you're about to do, if you're going to have a vaginal delivery, if you're going to have a cesarean, just make sure you're aware of each of these scenarios and be proactive about them, so you're mentally aware, and use your PTO before you leave. Because either, unless you just want that 100% pay for PTO versus your 60% short term or long term, because after those 6 weeks or after those 8 weeks, it's going into something else. It's going into either you have paid parental leave, some companies offer that, or you just have the child bonding and you don't get paid nothing. So it just depends on the company itself, and you have to kind of read your policies and look up the information on your own, because each company is different. Yes, so it's very important that you gather that FMLA paperwork. Once you gather that paperwork, you will take the paperwork to the doctor's office at one of your visits and tell them to sign it. You may have to pay a fee for them to sign the paperwork, so be aware of that fee. Also, with that being said, after you pay the fee, it may take 7 to 14 days or 7 to 21 days for them to sign the paperwork and for you to get it back to your employer or HR. Sometimes they prefer the doctor's office to send it to HR. But in a lot of cases, I make sure I have a copy for myself, because for some reason, they never obtain it. They never get it from the doctor's office, and then it's like this: oh, we don't have your paperwork. Oh, I have an extra copy. Let me shoot it over to you. Is it okay if I give that to you, please? So it's easier to have a backup just in case that happens. Also, if you are planning to breastfeed exclusively, you need to contact your insurance company and ask them the process of how to obtain a breast pump. Sometimes they want the doctor's office to send them over a prescription, or they'll give either you the prescription and have you to send it over through their database, but sometimes they have the doctor's office to do it. Send it over to, they'll give you the information to send it over to the doctor. They'll give you the information to give to the doctor's office to send it to, so that they can get you that breast pump. So that's how that will work with the breast pump. Some insurances will wait until you have the baby, and then you'll let them know you had the baby, and what'll happen is you'll have to go to like the doctor's office and they'll give it to you there. But that was only like when I was with Kaiser Permanente, and that may have changed. I'm just sharing my own experiences, and my opinions on this particular situation with being pregnant moms, things like that. So I'm just trying to see how it can help other moms, because of course, once again, I'm not a healthcare professional, I'm not a doctor or anything of that nature. It's just from my own personal experiences and my opinion about the whole matter. So besides all of that, yeah, just make sure you have everything filled out on your end. Make sure that your manager's aware, because they'll definitely ask you, like, how long do you plan on taking off, things like that. So that is my opinion about pregnant moms. So I'm just sharing that information. Hopefully it helps a pregnant mother, because again, a lot of this information is not provided in some instances, so I just decided to share, just to give you a heads up on what you will incur, especially money wise, bill wise, things of that nature. I thank you all so much for tuning in, and you all have a great and fantastic rest of your day. All right, bye.